Chapter 61. Descent into Silence. Darkness swallowed everything. Not the kind that simply hid sight, but one that seemed to absorb sound, presence, even intent. Lin Chen stepped carefully, each footfall measured as he descended deeper into the hidden passage. Behind him, Su Yan followed, unusually quiet. "This place," she whispered. "It feels wrong." Lin Chen didn't answer, because he felt it too. The deeper they went, the more the air changed. Heavier, denser, filled with a strange, suppressive force. Even the heaven-defying art slowed. Not stopped, but resisted. Lin Chen's eyes narrowed. A formation. Not a simple one. Something layered, ancient, designed not to kill, but to restrict. "Stay close," he said quietly. Su Yan nodded. The path twisted, turned, split. But Lin Chen didn't hesitate. The token in his hand faintly pulsed, guiding him. Left, right, down. Like a silent map. Time lost meaning. Minutes, hours. Until, finally, the path opened. A vast underground cavern, dimly lit by strange blue crystals embedded in the walls. At the center, a structure. Ancient, massive. Not carved, but grown. Like something alive. Su Yan's breath caught. "What is that?" Lin Chen didn't answer immediately, because he was looking at something else. Figures. Standing around the structure. Still. Silent. Waiting. At least a dozen. All wearing black. All strong. Stage 6. Stage 7. And at the center, one figure. Seated. Unmoving. But the moment Lin Chen's gaze touched him, a wave of pressure crashed down. His body tensed. Stage 8. No. Higher. "You're late." The voice echoed. Calm. Cold. The seated figure opened his eyes. Dark. Deep. Unfathomable. Lin Chen stepped forward. "I came." A faint smile appeared. "I can see that." Su Yan's grip tightened slightly. This was different. This wasn't just danger. This was presence. Absolute. "You've caused quite a disturbance," the man continued. Lin Chen didn't deny it. "That's why I'm here." The man tilted his head slightly. Confident. A pause. Then, or desperate. Lin Chen's eyes remained calm. Neither. Silence. Then, a soft laugh. "Good." The man stood. Slowly. But as he did, the entire cavern seemed to shift.
The pressure increased. Su Yan nearly staggered. Lin Chen stepped slightly forward, shielding her. The man noticed a faint flicker of interest. You protect others? Lin Chen didn't respond, because that wasn't the point. The man took a step closer. You've seen our work. The veins. The operations. A slight pause. And yet, you came here. Lin Chen met his gaze. Yes. The man's smile deepened. Then you already know. A beat. What we're building. Silence. Lin Chen didn't answer, because he wanted to hear it. From him. The man spread his arms slightly. This city is too small. A faint ripple passed through the gathered assassins. Too weak. Too fragmented. His voice grew colder. So we will reshape it. Su Yan's eyes widened slightly. You're planning to take over? The man looked at her briefly, then back to Lin Chen. Not take over. A pause. Unify. Lin Chen's eyes narrowed. Through force. The man smiled. Of course. Silence fell. Then, Lin Chen spoke. And the vial. A faint flicker. Necessary. Corruption, Lin Chen said flatly. Evolution. The man corrected. Their gazes locked. Two paths. Two ideologies. Clashing without movement. Then, the man stepped closer. Join me. Direct. Simple. Not as a subordinate. A pause. But as a core. Su Yan's breath caught. This was no ordinary offer. This was power. Influence. A position. Above most. The cavern fell silent. All eyes on Lin Chen. Waiting.
Chapter 62. Choice of Paths. The silence stretched. Heavy. Oppressive. Lin Chen stood still, facing the man. This time, the offer was different. Not recruitment, not capture, but recognition. You see it, the man said softly. The potential. Lin Chen didn't deny it, because he did. The structure, the organization, the scale. This wasn't chaos. It was design. Careful. Deliberate. "And you think I'll help you build it?" Lin Chen said. The man smiled faintly. "I think you'll understand it." A pause. Power isn't given. It's taken. His eyes gleamed, and then shaped. Lin Chen's gaze remained steady. "And you're shaping it like this?" The man didn't hesitate. "Yes." No doubt. No hesitation. Complete conviction. Silence followed. Then, Lin Chen stepped forward. Just one step. But it echoed. No. Simple. Clear. Final. A ripple passed through the cavern. The assassins tensed. The man didn't react immediately. Then, he smiled. "I expected that." Su-Yan blinked slightly. "You did?" The man glanced at her briefly. "Of course." Then back to Lin Chen. "If he agreed." A faint pause. "He wouldn't be worth it." Lin Chen's eyes narrowed slightly. This again. A test. Always a test. "But understand this," the man continued. His tone shifted. Colder. Sharper. "You've made your choice." The pressure increased. Crushing. "And so have I." Lin Chen's aura rose. Steady. Unyielding. Even under that pressure, the heaven-defying art surged. Resisting. Adapting. "Then let's finish it," Lin Chen said. The man smiled widely slightly. "Finish?" A soft chuckle. "You misunderstand." He raised his hand. The entire cavern trembled. "You're not ready." The air froze. Lin Chen's body locked. Just like before. But stronger. Much stronger. This time, even his thoughts slowed. Too strong. The gap was overwhelming. Su-Yan tried to move, but couldn't. The assassins watched. Silent. The man stepped forward. "Killing you now would be a waste." Lin Chen's eyes burned, even as his body refused to move. "Then don't." The man stopped. A brief pause. Then, a smile. "Exactly." He turned slightly. "Let him go." Silence. Su-Yan blinked. "What?" The pressure lifted. Suddenly. Completely. Lin Chen staggered slightly, but remained standing. The man looked at him one last time. Grow. A pause. Stronger. His eyes gleamed faintly. Then come back. Silence. Lin Chen didn't respond, because he understood. This wasn't mercy. It was expectation. A future confrontation. A certainty. The man turned away. The assassins parted. A path opened. Go. Lin Chen stood still for a moment. Then he turned and walked. Su-Yan followed. Neither looked back, because they knew.
This wasn't over. Not even close. As they left the cavern, the air grew lighter, but the weight remained. Suyan exhaled slowly. We are alive. Yes. Lin Chen's voice was calm, but his eyes, colder than ever, sharper, focused. Next time, he said quietly, I won't walk away. And deep within the cavern, the man smiled. Good. The game had truly begun.
Chapter 63. Shifting Currents. The city felt different when they returned. Not quieter, not louder, but tense. Like a blade drawn in the dark, unseen, yet ready to strike. Lin Chen walked through the streets of Fallen Leaf City with steady steps, his expression calm, unreadable. But inside, his mind was moving faster than ever. He let us go, Suyan said, breaking the silence. Her tone still carried disbelief. That kind of person doesn't make mistakes. Lin Chen nodded. He didn't. Then why? Lin Chen stopped briefly. His gaze lifted slightly. Because he doesn't see me as a threat. Suyan frowned. That's not something to be calm about. It's useful. He continued walking. If he underestimates me. A faint pause. I gain time. Suyan's eyes narrowed slightly. You're planning something. Lin Chen didn't deny it. I always am. Old Mo's hall. The moment they entered, all eyes turned. Because news spread quickly. And what had happened at the Red Silk Pavilion was impossible to hide. Old Mo stood at the center, waiting. His gaze locked onto Lin Chen. You're still alive. Lin Chen placed a dark token on the table. For now. Old Mo picked it up, examined it. His expression changed. So you met him? Yes. Silence. Suyan crossed her arms. You knew about this, didn't you? Old Mo didn't answer immediately. Then, partially. Her eyes flashed. Partially. Old Mo sighed softly. The deeper layers are not something I control. He looked at Lin Chen. What did he say? Lin Chen's answer was simple. He wants me to grow. Old Mo's eyes narrowed slightly. Of course he does. A brief silence followed. Then, Old Mo smiled faintly. Well, that means you've officially entered the real game. Lin Chen didn't respond, because he already knew. Days passed, but this time, Lin Chen didn't act. He waited, watched, listened. The city was changing, subtle at first. Then, more obvious. Fights breaking out, factions clashing, rumors spreading. Blood Shadow Hall was moving, faster, more openly. They're pushing, Suyan said one night. Lin Chen nodded. They're preparing. For what? Lin Chen's eyes were cold. Control. That night, Lin Chen stood alone, on a rooftop, overlooking the city. The wind moved softly around him, but his mind was silent, focused. The heaven-defying art circulated slowly, steadily, not explosive, not forced, controlled. He closed his eyes and began refining every breath, every movement, every flow of energy, until Chapter 64. The Hunter's Move. Night fell. The merchant district was quieter than usual. Too quiet. Shops closed early. Streets nearly empty. Even the guards were fewer. Lin Chin walked calmly through the silent street. No hesitation. No concealment. Su Yan followed at a distance, hidden, watching. "Show yourself," Lin Chin said calmly. His voice echoed slightly. Silence. Then, a figure stepped out. Cloaked. Familiar. The same man from before. The one who had survived the mine. "You came," he said. Lin Chen stopped. "You called." A faint smile beneath the hood. Straight to the point. Always. The man stepped closer. His aura recovered. Stronger than before. Stage 8. Stabilized. "You've grown," he said. Lin Chen didn't respond. Because he had. And they both knew it. "Why am I here?" Lin Chen asked. The man didn't answer immediately. Instead, he raised his hand. The shadows around them shifted. Multiple figures appeared. Silent. Surrounding them. Su Yan tensed from afar. "Because," the man said softly, "it's time to test you again." Lin Chen's eyes narrowed. "You're not enough." A brief silence. Then, the man laughed. Still the same." He stepped back. "You're right." A pause. "So I brought more." The assassins stepped forward. 6 of them. All. Stage 6. 1. Stage 7. A perfect kill formation. "Survive this," the man said calmly. "And I'll tell you something useful." Lin Chen's lips curved faintly. Deal." The air froze. Tension peaked. Then, they moved. At once. The battle had begun.
Chapter 65. The Abyss Awakens. A cold wind howled through the jagged cliffs of the Falling Star Abyss, carrying with it a faint, ancient aura that seemed to whisper secrets of a forgotten era. Chapter 66. Forbidden Inheritance. The moment the fragment touched Lin Chen's palm, a violent surge of energy exploded within his body. Boom! His meridians trembled as a torrent of ancient power rushed through them like a raging river. The energy was far denser and purer than anything he had absorbed before, yet it carried a strange, chaotic will. Lin Chen's expression darkened. This isn't just spiritual energy. It was something deeper, something forbidden. The fragment melted into his palm, turning into streams of dark crimson light that flowed directly into his dantian. The heaven-defying stone reacted instantly. Buzz! A golden radiance erupted, clashing against the invading energy. Inside Lin Chen's body, 2 forces collided. One pure, domineering, and absolute. The other, ancient, savage, and chaotic. Boom, boom, boom. Lin Chen's body shook violently as the 2 powers fought for dominance. Veins bulged across his skin, and cracks began to form on his arms as the pressure escalated. "Trying to take over my body." His voice was low, dangerous. "You've chosen the wrong host." Instead of suppressing it blindly, Lin Chen made a bold decision. He guided the chaotic energy, refined it,
The heaven-defying art surged to its limits, transforming into a vortex within his Dantian. Absorb, refine, control. The chaotic energy resisted fiercely, like a wild beast thrashing against chains. But Lin Chen's will was stronger. Submit. His consciousness pressed down like a mountain. Slowly, painfully, the chaotic energy began to stabilize. The crimson light dimmed, losing its violent fluctuations. And then, it changed. What remained was no longer chaotic. It had become a new kind of power. Dark, yet controlled. Savage, yet obedient. Lin Chen's eyes snapped open. A faint crimson glow flickered within them before fading away. I see. A smile slowly formed. So this is what you truly are. He clenched his fist. Dark red energy coiled around his arm like a living serpent, emitting a terrifying aura. This power was fundamentally different from spiritual energy. It was more destructive, more violent, more dangerous. If used recklessly, it could destroy me from the inside. But if controlled, it would become his greatest weapon. Lin Chen exhaled slowly, suppressing the energy back into his Dantian. I'll call it. He paused, then smirked. Forbidden essence. Suddenly, the altar trembled again. Lin Chen's key snapped upward. The sealed heart was watching him. This time, silently. You refined it. The voice was no longer arrogant. It carried a hint of disbelief. Lin Chen crossed his arms, surprised. That power devours its host. And yet, Lin Chen interrupted calmly. Here I am. Silence. Then, a low, rumbling chuckle echoed. Interesting. The chains rattled slightly, but did not break. Perhaps. You are different. Lin Chen narrowed his eyes. Don't get any ideas. I'm not your ally. No. The voice softened. But you are. A possibility. Without warning, a beam of crimson light shot out from the heart. Lin Chen's body tensed. But he didn't dodge. The light struck his forehead. Boom. His consciousness exploded into a sea of images. A battlefield. Endless. Covered in blood and corpses. At the center stood a figure. Tall. Unyielding. Holding a blade that seemed to devour the world itself. With a single swing, mountains shattered. Heavens trembled. Gods fell. Lin Chen's heart pounded. This is my memory. The voice echoed faintly. My power. The vision shifted. The same figure now stood bound by countless chains, surrounded by countless experts. Seals descended. The sky itself turned into a prison. And then, darkness. Lin Chen's eyes snapped open. He staggered slightly, breath heavy. That was your past. A fragment. The voice was calm now. My power. The vision shifted. The same figure now stood bound by countless chains, surrounded by countless experts. Seals descended. The sky itself turned into a prison. And then, darkness. Lin Chen's eyes snapped open. He staggered slightly, breath heavy. That was your past. A fragment. The voice was calm now. My power. The vision shifted. The vision shifted. The vision shifted. Lin Chen narrowed his eyes. Lin Chen didn't respond immediately. Instead, he stared at the chained heart. You want me to free me later? Yes. And in return, silence lingered. Then, I will give you everything. Lin Chen chuckled softly. That's the kind of promise that gets people killed. Or makes them gods. Departure. The tension lingered for a long moment. Then, Lin Chen turned around. I'll think about it. He didn't agree. He didn't refuse. But one thing was certain. This encounter had changed everything. As he began to walk away, the pressure of the abyss weakened. A path opened upward. We will meet again. The voice echoed faintly. Lin Chen didn't look back. Maybe. As he ascended, his aura subtly transformed. More stable, more profound, and hidden beneath it, a dangerous edge. The forbidden essence flowed quietly within him, waiting, For the right moment. For the right enemy. Lin Chen's eyes gleamed. The next time I fight, a faint smile appeared. I won't be the same.
Chapter 67. Hunters in the Dark. The moment Lin Chen emerged from the depths of the falling star abyss, the night sky above seemed different, quieter, too quiet. His feet touched solid ground, but his instincts immediately flared. Someone is here. He didn't move, didn't speak. Only his senses expanded silently, weaving through the shadows like invisible threads. And then, a faint fluctuation. Behind him. To the left. Above. 3. No. 5. Lin Chen's eyes narrowed slightly. Quite bold. Since you're already here, Lin Chen said calmly. Why hide? Silence. Then, a slow clap echoed through the darkness. Impressive perception. A figure stepped out from the shadows, followed by 4 others. All dressed in black robes, all wearing identical silver masks. Their auras, cold, sharp, killing intent barely restrained. Lin Chen's gaze flickered. Assassins. The leading figure chuckled softly. You could call us that. A pause. Or, hunters. Lin Chen tilted his head slightly. And what exactly are you hunting? The man pointed at him. You. Lin Chen didn't look surprised. Let me guess. Someone hired you? No. The assassin's voice turned serious. We hunt anomalies. Lin Chen's eyes sharpened. Anomalies. People who shouldn't exist. A faint killing intent leaked from the group. You entered the abyss and came back alive. Another assassin stepped forward. And not just alive. His gaze pierced through Lin Chen. Stronger. Silence fell. Then, we can't allow that. Before the last word even faded, they moved. Fast. 5 figures vanished at once, leaving behind only after images. Lin Chen didn't retreat. Instead, he stepped forward. Boom. A blade slashed through the air where his head had been, but he had already shifted aside. Clang. He caught another strike with his bare hand, spiritual energy coating his palm. The assassin's eyes widened slightly. Blocked. Lin Chen smirked. Too slow. He moved instantly. A single step. And he was in front of one of them. Palm strike. Boom. The assassin was sent flying, crashing into the cliffside with a loud explosion. But Lin Chen's expression didn't relax. Because the others didn't panic. Instead, they smiled. Formation. Activate. The leader's voice was calm. Suddenly, the 4 remaining assassins spread out, forming a perfect circle around Lin Chen. Their auras synchronized. Merged. Amplified. Lin Chen's pupils shrank slightly. A formation. The pressure around him increased sharply. Even the air felt heavier. The leader raised his hand. Kill. This time, they were different. Faster. Stronger. Sharper. Lin Chen dodged 2 strikes, but a third grazed his shoulder. A thin line of blood appeared. He glanced at it. Not bad. The assassins pressed harder. Their attacks became relentless. Perfectly coordinated. No openings. No hesitation. Lin Chen's expression gradually turned serious. All right. A faint crimson glow flickered in his eyes. Let's stop playing. Forbidden awakening. Boom. A dark red aura erupted from his body. The air distorted. The ground beneath his feet cracked. The assassins froze for a split second. What is this? Lin Chen raised his head. His eyes, now faintly crimson. He wanted to hunt me. A cold smile appeared. Let's see who dies first.
Chapter 68. Blood in the Abyss. The battlefield changed instantly. Lin Chen disappeared. Gone. The assassin's eyes widened. Where? Too late. A blur flashed behind one of them. A hand, covered in crimson energy, pierced straight through his chest. Huh? The assassin trembled. Blood spilled from his mouth.
He looked down, at the hand that had torn through him like paper. Lin Chen's voice echoed softly behind him. "You are the first." Crack. The body collapsed. Dead. For the first time, the remaining assassins hesitated. Impossible. That speed. That power. The leader's gaze turned grim. This isn't normal spiritual energy. Lin Chen stepped forward slowly, crimson energy coiling around him like living flames. You noticed? He tilted his head. Too late. They attacked again, but this time, they were the ones being hunted. Lin Chen moved like a phantom, untouchable, unpredictable. Every strike he delivered was lethal. A palm shattered ribs, a kick crushed a skull, a finger pierced a throat. Boom, boom, boom. One after another, they fell. Only one remained. The leader. His breathing was heavy. His calm demeanor gone. What are you? Lin Chen stopped a few steps away. A cultivator. Monster. Lin Chen smiled faintly. I've been called worse. The leader roared, burning his own essence. His aura surged explosively. Die! He launched forward with everything he had. His blade tore through the air, creating a piercing shriek. Lin Chen didn't dodge, didn't retreat. Instead, he raised his hand. Crimson energy condensed into his palm. And, boom, the two forces collided. For a brief moment, silence. Then, the blade shattered. The leader's eyes filled with disbelief. No. Crack. His body was obliterated. Silence returned. The battlefield was stained with blood. 5 assassins. Gone. Lin Chen stood alone. The crimson aura slowly faded. His expression returned to calm. But inside, the forbidden essence stirred violently. Hungry, unsatisfied. Lin Chen frowned slightly. This power. It was strong, but dangerous. If he lost control, the consequences would be severe. Suddenly, a faint ripple spread through the air. Lin Chen's eyes snapped toward the distance. Someone else was watching. Far away, but real. So it begins. He exhaled slowly. Looks like killing them wasn't quiet enough. His gaze turned cold. Good. A faint smile appeared. I was getting bored.
Chapter 69. The Watchers Descend. The night had not yet settled when the sky above the falling star abyss began to distort. Lin Chen stood among the corpses, unmoving. The wind carried the scent of blood across the cliffs, but his attention was no longer on the battlefield. It was above. A ripple. Subtle at first. Then, crack. The air split open like glass. A dark fissure appeared in the sky, spreading silently, devouring the stars around it. Lin Chen's eyes narrowed. Spatial tearing. This was no ordinary phenomenon. Only those with terrifying strength or profound techniques could manipulate space itself. And then, they stepped out. 3 figures descended slowly from the crack in the sky. Each one wore long robes embroidered with silver patterns that shimmered faintly under the moonlight. Their presence alone caused the surrounding spiritual energy to become chaotic, as if unwilling to approach them. Lin Chen felt it instantly. Pressure. Heavy. Oppressive. Far beyond the assassins from before. Those people are not from here. One of them, a tall man with pale skin and cold eyes, glanced down at the scene below. His gaze swept across the corpses.
then stopped on Lin Chen. So he's the one. The second figure, a woman with long silver hair, frowned slightly. He killed all 5. The third, a young man with a faint smile, tilted his head. Interesting. Lin Chen said nothing. His senses were fully alert, analyzing every detail. Their auras were restrained, but what leaked out was enough to make his instincts scream. Danger. The pale man stepped forward slightly, descending until he stood a few meters above the ground. Name. His tone was calm, but it wasn't a question. It was an order. Lin Chen met his gaze. Why should I answer you? A brief silence followed. Then, the young man laughed. Ha, he's got some backbone. The woman, however, wasn't amused. Just kill him. We've confirmed enough. Lin Chen's eyes sharpened. So that's how it is. The pale man raised his hand slightly. Wait. His gaze remained locked on Lin Chen. You entered the abyss. Yes. You came back alive. Yes. A pause. And you gained something. Lin Chen didn't respond. The man's eyes gleamed faintly. As expected. The air grew colder. You don't belong to this level anymore. The man sighed calmly. You've stepped beyond what this region can tolerate. Lin Chen smirked faintly. Sounds like a compliment. It's a problem. The woman stepped forward now, her killing intent no longer hidden. Anomalies must be erased. The young man sighed. Such a waste. He could have been interesting. Lin Chen exhaled slowly. So you're stronger than the last group? The 3 didn't deny it. In that case, a faint crimson glow flickered in Lin Chen's eyes. I won't hold back either. The moment his aura rose, the expressions of the 3 changed. Slightly. What is that energy? The woman murmured. The pale man's gaze turned sharp. Not spiritual energy. Lin Chen didn't give them time to think. He moved. Boom. The ground shattered beneath his feet as he shot forward, his speed breaking past his previous limits. His target. The pale man. Their eyes met for a split second. Then, clang. A massive shockwave exploded in the air as Lin Chen's fist collided with an invisible barrier. The pale man hadn't even moved. Fast, he said calmly. Then, Lin Chen's expression changed. A force, unseen, crushed down on him from all directions. Boom! He was slammed into the ground. Dust rose. Cracks spread across the earth. Lin Chen pushed himself up slowly, blood dripping from the corner of his mouth. That's new. Above him, the pale man lowered his hand slightly. Difference in realm. Lin Chen wiped the blood away. His eyes burning. Good. The crimson aura surged violently. If you were weak, this wouldn't be fun.
Chapter 70, Crimson Evolution. The air trembled as Lin Chen's aura exploded outward. This time, he didn't hold it back. The forbidden essence surged from his dantian like a raging beast, merging with his spiritual energy. Boom! A pillar of crimson light shot into the sky. The ground beneath him collapsed, unable to withstand the pressure. The three figures above finally changed expressions. This aura, it's evolving. The pale man's calm gaze flickered slightly. Interesting. Lin Chen's body trembled, but not from weakness, from power. His veins glowed faintly red, his muscles tightening as a new strength coursed through him. It wasn't stable, not yet, but it was his. He raised his head, his eyes, now fully crimson. Let's try this again. This time, he vanished completely. No afterimage, no trace, just gone. The young man's smile faded. Where? A sudden ripple behind him. Too late. Boom! A devastating punch slammed into his back, sending him crashing toward the ground like a meteor. The impact shattered the earth, creating a massive crater. Too slow. Lin Chen's voice echoed coldly. The woman reacted instantly, her sword flashing with blinding light. A streak of silver cut through the air, fast enough to split mountains. Lin Chen turned. His hand shot out, and he caught it, barehanded. Her pupil shrank. Impossible. Crack. The blade shattered. Lin Chen stepped forward. A single strike. Boom. She was sent flying, blood spraying into the air. Silence. Only one remained in the sky. The pale man. For the first time, his expression became serious. You're adapting. Lin Chen looked up at him. The crimson aura around him pulsed like a heartbeat. Of course. A faint smile appeared. That's what I do. The pale man raised his hand again. But this time, his aura surged. The sky darkened. The space around him twisted. Then let's see how far you can go. Lin Chen bent his knees slightly. Power gathered. Compressed. Ready to explode. The two stared at each other. For a brief moment, everything was still. Then, they moved. Boom! The collision shook the heavens. The abyss trembled violently. Even the sky seemed on the verge of breaking. Far away, hidden figures watched silently. Their expressions, no longer calm. This one cannot be left alive. Back at the battlefield, Lin Chen's laughter echoed through the chaos. Yes, his voice was filled with excitement. With this power, but beneath that excitement, something else stirred. The forbidden essence, growing, spreading, changing, and deep within his dantian, the heaven-defying stone pulsed.
as if watching.
Chapter 71. Breaking Limits. The clash did not end. It escalated. The moment Lin Chen's fist collided with the pale man's palm, the air between them imploded, then exploded outward in a violent shockwave that tore through the cliffs. Boom! The ground beneath them shattered layer by layer, unable to withstand the pressure. For a brief instant, they stood equal. Then, Lin Chen was pushed back, his feet dragged across the ground, carving deep trenches as his body trembled under the force. The pale man remained in the air, unmoving, but his eyes had changed. "You're forcing me to use more power." Lin Chen wiped the blood from his lips, breathing heavier now. His body ached, his meridians burned, but his eyes only grew sharper. "Then stop talking." He stepped forward again. The crimson aura surged violently, wrapping around him like a storm. This time, he compressed it, condensed it. Instead of letting the forbidden essence run wild, he forced it inward, layering it over his spiritual energy. His body trembled. Cracks spread across his skin. But the aura became denser, more terrifying. The pale man's gaze narrowed. "You're refining it mid-battle." Lin Chen smiled faintly. What better time? He moved again. Faster. Stronger. Sharper. The distance between them vanished instantly. Boom. Another collision. But this time, the pale man's arm trembled slightly. Below, the young man slowly rose from the crater, coughing blood, his expression shaken. This isn't normal. The woman, injured but conscious, stared upward with disbelief. He's growing. In real time. High above, the battle intensified. Lin Chen attacked relentlessly, every strike infused with compressed forbidden essence. Each blow carried destructive power far beyond before. The pale man began to move. Not out of choice, but necessity. Clang. Boom. Crack. Their exchanges became faster, too fast for the eye to follow. The sky distorted with every impact. Space itself seemed to bend under their power. Lin Chen's breathing grew heavier. His vision flickered. But he didn't stop. Couldn't stop. Because he felt it. A threshold. Just ahead. One more step. One more push. And he would break through. Almost. He muttered. The heaven-defying art roared within him, devouring energy from the surroundings at a terrifying rate. Even the chaotic remnants of the abyss were being absorbed. Converted. Refined. The pale man's gaze darkened. This can't continue. For the first time, killing intent erupted fully. The sky dimmed. A terrifying pressure descended. Lin Chen looked up and smiled. Now that's more like it. Chapter 72. Price of Power. The moment the pale man unleashed his full aura, everything changed. The sky turned dark. The wind stopped. Even the flow of spiritual energy froze, as if suppressed by an overwhelming authority. Lin Chen felt it instantly. His body slowed. His movements restricted. "Domain," he said quietly. The pale man's voice echoed from above. "You shouldn't know that word." Lin Chen chuckled. "I know enough." The pressure increased. Invisible force crushed down on him from all directions. Crack. The ground beneath his feet collapsed. His knees bent slightly. For the first time since activating the forbidden essence, he was being suppressed. "This ends now," the pale man said. He raised his hand. Power gathered, condensed into a single point. Small, but terrifying. Lin Chen stared at it. His instinct screamed. If that attack landed,
He would die. No doubt. His breathing slowed. His thoughts sharpened. No panic. No hesitation. Only calculation. If I can't overpower it. A faint crimson light flickered deeper within his body. Then I'll surpass it. The forbidden essence surged again. But this time, it didn't just flow. It exploded. Boom. A violent wave of crimson energy burst outward, momentarily disrupting the domain. The pale man's eyes widened slightly. What? Lin Chen stepped forward. One step. The pressure cracked. Another step. The domain trembled. But his body began to fail. Cracks spread across his skin. Blood seeped from his pores. His meridians screamed under the strain. He ignored it. Completely. The heaven-defying stone pulsed wildly. Golden light clashed against the crimson energy inside him, trying to stabilize the chaos. But Lin Chen forced them together. Fusion. Come on, he muttered. Just a little more. The energy inside him reached a critical point. Unstable. Violent. On the verge of collapse. And then, something snapped. Not his body. Not his will. The limit. Boom. A new aura erupted from him. Not purely crimson. Not purely cold. But something in between. Darker. Deeper. Terrifying. The domain shattered. The pale man's expression finally changed completely. Impossible. Lin Chen raised his head slowly. His eyes, now carrying both gold and crimson. He stepped forward and disappeared. The pale man reacted instantly, raising his hand to block. But too late. Boom. The impact sent him crashing from the sky, slamming into the earth with devastating force. Silence. Dust filled the air. The battlefield. Ruined. Lin Chen stood alone, breathing heavily, his aura flickering wildly. Then, he staggered. The power faded. Too quickly. Too suddenly. His body trembled violently. Pain surged from every part of him. His meridians, damaged. His energy, chaotic. So, this is the price. He exhaled slowly, barely able to stand. From the crater, a faint movement. The pale man was still alive. Lin Chen's eyes sharpened despite his condition. Not dead yet, huh? Far away. More presences were approaching. Faster than before. Stronger than before. Lin Chen looked at the horizon, then back at the battlefield. A faint, tired smile appeared. Guess. This isn't over.
Chapter 73. Encircled. The dust had not yet settled when the air shifted again. This time, heavier, colder, more suffocating than before. Lin Chen stood unsteadily, blood dripping from his fingertips, his breathing uneven. The surge of power from moments ago had nearly drained him dry. The fusion between the golden and crimson energies had left his body in chaos. And yet, his eyes remained sharp, because he felt them. Not one, not two, but many. The horizon darkened as streaks of light tore across the sky. Figures. Dozens of them.
each one descending with terrifying speed. In just a few breaths, they arrived. They didn't speak. They didn't hesitate. They surrounded him. Perfectly. No gaps. No escape. Lin Chen exhaled slowly. So this is what you meant by problem. The injured woman from before struggled to her feet, wiping blood from her lips. Her gaze toward Lin Chen was no longer filled with disdain, but wariness. He's weakened, she said. The young man frowned slightly, his voice lower now. Don't underestimate him. From the crater, a figure rose. Slowly. The pale man. His robes were torn. Blood stained his chest. But his presence was still overwhelming. Lin Chen's eyes narrowed. Still standing. The pale man looked at him, expression no longer calm. You've crossed a line you cannot return from. His voice was colder now, deeper, carrying real intent. Lin Chen let out a faint breath, then stopped talking and do something about it. A ripple spread through the encirclement. Killing intent. Dozens of auras locked onto him at once. Even in his condition, even surrounded. Lin Chen smiled. Come. No one moved at first. Not because they were hesitant, but because they were waiting. The pale man raised his hand and dropped it. Kill him. They moved. All at once. The sky blurred. The ground cracked. The sheer force of dozens of cultivators attacking simultaneously caused the entire abyss to tremble. Lin Chen didn't retreat. He couldn't. So he stepped forward. Boom. The first wave collided with him. He blocked one strike. Taj took other. But a third slammed into his back, sending him crashing forward. He rolled, forcing himself up instantly. Blood spilled from his mouth. Another attack came. Then another. Then another. No rhythm. No pause. No mercy. Lin Chen's movement slowed. Not from lack of skill, but from damage. His body was reaching its limit. And yet, his eyes only burned brighter. Not enough. The forbidden essence stirred again. Hungry. Violent. The Avon-defying stone pulsed in response, trying to suppress it, trying to stabilize him. But Lin Chen made his choice. If I'm going down, his voice was low, steady, then I'll take you all with me.
Chapter 74. Escape or Death. The moment those words left his mouth, the energy within Lin Chen erupted again. But this time, it wasn't controlled. Boom! A violent storm of crimson and gold exploded outward, forcing the surrounding attackers to retreat. The ground collapsed beneath him. The air twisted violently. Lin Chen stood at the center. Like a storm given form. His body cracked further. Blood streamed down his arms. His vision blurred. But his aura reached a terrifying peak. Stop him, someone shouted. Too late. Lin Chen moved. He didn't attack the strongest. Didn't target the leader. He went for the weakest point in the encirclement. A single direction. A single path. Break through. Boom. His body became a streak of light as he crashed into the formation. 3 cultivators tried to block him. They were blown apart instantly. The formation shook. A gap opened. Don't let him escape. The pale man roared. Too late. Lin Chen pushed forward with everything he had left. Ignoring pain. Ignoring damage. Ignoring the fact that his body was on the verge of collapse. Attack after attack struck him from behind. From the sides. From above. Blood sprayed into the air. But he didn't stop.
couldn't stop. Faster. His vision dimmed. His consciousness flickered. But just as the darkness began to close in, a pulse. From within his dantian, the heaven-defying stone. It released a surge of golden light wrapping around his core, stabilizing his collapsing energy. Just enough. Lin Chen's eyes snapped open again. Not yet. With a final burst of strength, he broke through. Boom. The encirclement shattered. He was out. Behind him, roars of fury echoed through the abyss. Chase him. But Lin Chen was already gone. His figure vanished into the distant darkness, leaving behind only blood and destruction. Silence slowly returned. The pale man stood at the edge of the battlefield, his expression dark. He escaped. No one spoke, because they all knew this wasn't over. Far from it, somewhere in the distance, Lin Chen's figure stumbled through the wilderness, barely conscious. His aura flickered weakly. His body, broken, but his eyes, still alive. Next time, he muttered faintly, they won't get another chance. And then, darkness took him.
Chapter 75. Edge of Death. The world had lost all color. Sound faded first, then sensation, then even thought itself began to dim. Lin Chen stumbled forward through the wilderness, his steps uneven, dragging more than walking. Blood trailed behind him, staining the ground in a long, broken path that marked his escape from the abyss. Each breath burned. Each heartbeat felt like a hammer striking his chest. His vision flickered between clarity and darkness, the world before him distorting like ripples on water. Keep moving. His voice was barely a whisper, yet it was enough. Enough to force his body forward one more step, and then another. Inside him, chaos. The forbidden essence surged wildly, no longer restrained, no longer obedient. It rampaged through his meridians like a beast freed from its cage, devouring everything in its path. At the same time, the heaven-defying stone pulsed desperately, releasing waves of golden energy in an attempt to stabilize the destruction. The two forces clashed relentlessly. Over and over, again and again. Boom. A muffled explosion echoed within his body. Lin Chen's legs gave out. He dropped to one knee. Blood spilled from his mouth. Damn it. His consciousness trembled. For the first time since beginning his cultivation journey, he felt it. True danger. Not from an enemy, but from himself. If this continues, his thoughts slowed. I'll die. The realization was clear. Cold. Unavoidable. He had pushed too far. Forced a fusion that his body could not yet withstand. Now, it was collapsing. Inside his dantian, the scene was even more violent. The golden light of the heaven-defying stone clashed against the dark crimson storm of forbidden essence. Neither side yielded, neither side retreated. Crack. A fracture appeared. Lin Chen's pupils shrank. No. The crack spread. Slowly. Relentlessly. If the balance broke, if one side overwhelmed the other, it wouldn't matter which one won. His body would be destroyed instantly. Move. He tried to stand. Failed. Move. His fingers dug into the ground, nails breaking as he forced himself upward. His body trembled violently. Every muscle screamed. Every bone ached. But he stood. Barely. Not here. He couldn't die here. Not after everything. Not like this. The memory of the abyss flashed in his mind. The chained heart. The ancient voice.
promise of power. Lin Chen clenched his teeth. Still, too weak. The world blurred again. This time, it didn't return. His body swayed. Then, collapsed. Silence. The forest stood still. The wind no longer blew. Even the distant cries of beasts had faded. Time passed. Slowly. Quietly. Minutes. Hours. No one came. But the battle within him continued. The forbidden essence surged again, striking violently against the golden light. Boom. 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 Each clash weakened his body further. His meridians cracked. His internal organs trembled. His life force flickered. The heaven-defying stone pulsed faster now. Stronger. As if trying to protect him. But even it was struggling. The golden light dimmed. Just slightly. But enough. The crimson energy surged forward. Hungry. Violent. Unstoppable. It began to devour everything. Lin Chen's fingers twitched. A vain reaction. Deep within his fading consciousness. Something stirred. No. A whisper. Barely there. I won't die. The thought was weak. Broken. But it existed. And that was enough. The heaven-defying stone reacted. Boom. A burst of golden light exploded outward, forcing the crimson energy back momentarily. Balance. Restored. For now. But it wouldn't last. The struggle continued. And Lin Chen hung between life and death.
Crack. A fracture appeared. Lin Chen's pupils shrank. No. The crack spread. Slowly. Relentlessly. If the balance broke, if one side overwhelmed the other, it wouldn't matter which one won. His body would be destroyed instantly. Move. He tried to stand. Failed. Move. His fingers dug into the ground, nails breaking as he forced himself upward. His body trembled violently. Every muscle screamed. Every bone ached. But he stood. Barely. Not here. He couldn't die here. Not after everything. Not like this. The memory of the abyss flashed in his mind. The chained heart. The ancient voice. The promise of power. Lin Chen clenched his teeth. Still too weak. The world blurred again. This time, it didn't return. His body swayed. Then, collapsed. Silence. The forest stood still. The wind no longer blew. Even the distant cries of beasts had faded. Time passed. Slowly. Quietly. Minutes. Hours. No one came. But the battle within him continued. The forbidden essence surged again, striking violently against the golden light. Boom. 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 Each clash weakened his body further. His meridians cracked. His internal organs trembled. His life force flickered. The heaven-defying stone pulsed faster now. Stronger. As if trying to protect him. But even it was struggling. The golden light dimmed. Just slightly. But enough. The crimson energy surged forward. Hungry. Violent. Unstoppable. It began to devour everything. Lin Chen's fingers twitched. A faint reaction. Deep within his fading consciousness.
Something stirred. No. A whisper. Barely there. I won't die. The thought was weak, broken, but it existed. And that was enough. The heaven-defying stone reacted. Boom. A burst of golden light exploded outward, forcing the crimson energy back momentarily. Balance. Restored. For now. But it wouldn't last. The struggle continued. And Lin Chen hung between life and death.
Chapter 76. The One Who Saved Him. Still alive. A soft voice broke the silence. Footsteps approached slowly, carefully, as if wary of disturbing something fragile. A figure emerged from the trees. She wore a long, flowing robe the color of pale jade, embroidered with faint silver patterns that shimmered subtly in the dim light. Her long black hair fell freely down her back, moving gently with the wind. Her presence, calm, quiet, yet profound. She stopped a few steps away from Lin Chen's collapsed body. Her gaze rested on him, observing, measuring. Interesting. She crouched slightly, her fingers hovering just above his chest. The moment she got close, her expression changed. What is this? Her brows furrowed. For the first time, her calm demeanor cracked. Inside Lin Chen, she could feel it. Two opposing forces, clashing violently. One, pure, radiant, carrying an aura that seemed to defy natural laws. The other, dark, ancient, filled with destruction. And yet, they coexisted. Barely. He should already be dead. Her voice was low, almost to herself. No ordinary cultivator could survive such a conflict. No ordinary body could endure such strain. And yet, he had. Her gaze lingered on his face. Pale, blood-stained, yet unyielding. What kind of person are you? Silence answered her. She extended her hand slowly, hesitated, then placed it gently over his chest. The moment her palm made contact, her eyes widened slightly. A pulse. The heaven-defying stone reacted instantly. Golden light surged outward, meeting her energy. But it didn't attack. It recognized something. So that's how it is. A faint understanding appeared in her eyes. You're protecting him. The golden light flickered. As if responding. She exhaled softly. This is troublesome. She could leave. Walk away. Pretend she never saw him. That would be the safest choice. Because whatever this boy carried, it was dangerous. Far beyond normal comprehension. And yet, her hand remained. Her gaze softened slightly, but also rare. Decision made. She
She closed her eyes. A soft, pure energy flowed from her palm into Lin Chen's body. Gentle, warm, harmonizing. Unlike spiritual energy, this power didn't clash, didn't dominate. It balanced. The moment it entered, the chaos inside Lin Chen slowed. The crimson storm weakened. The golden light stabilized. The violent clash began quieter, controlled. Lin Chen's breathing steadied slightly. His body relaxed. Just a fraction. This should hold. She withdrew her hand slowly. Her expression returned to calm. But her eyes still lingered on him. I can't fully save you. Her voice was low. What happens next? A pause. Depends on you. She stood. For a moment, it seemed like she would leave. But then, a faint glow surrounded Lin Chen's body. A protective barrier. Hidden. Silent. Shielding him from external threats. We'll meet again. Her figure turned. And then vanished. As if she had never been there. Only the faint trace of her presence remained. And Lin Chen still lay unconscious. But now, alive, and somewhere deep within his dantian, the balance held. For now.
Chapter 77. Awakening. Darkness lingered. Not the kind that swallowed everything at once, but the slow, suffocating kind that wrapped around consciousness and refused to let go. Lin Chen floated within it, weightless, drifting. Time had no meaning here, no sound, no pain, no thought. Then, a pulse, faint, but real. Thump. It echoed through the darkness like a distant heartbeat. Thump, thump. The rhythm grew clearer, stronger. Lin Chen's consciousness stirred. A flicker of awareness, a single thought. Alive? The darkness shifted. Light seeped in. Faint at first, golden, warm. Then, another light, crimson, fierce, unyielding. The two forces appeared before him, suspended within the void. One radiant like a sun, the other violent like a storm. The heaven-defying stone, the forbidden essence. They no longer clashed, they circled, slowly, cautiously, as if watching each other. Lin Chen's consciousness sharpened. He understood. This is my dantian. But it had changed. The chaotic battlefield from before was gone. In its place, a vast space, endless, stable. At the center, the two forces revolved like twin stars. Balanced. The word came naturally. Not dominance, not suppression. Balance. Lin Chen stepped forward, or rather, his consciousness did. There was no physical body here, only will, only intent. As he approached, the two forces reacted. The golden light pulsed gently. The crimson energy flickered sharply. Neither attacked. Both acknowledged him. A faint smile formed. So this is the result. He raised his hand. The two forces responded instantly. They moved. Not clashing, not resisting, but merging. Slowly, deliberately. Gold and crimson intertwined, forming a new stream of energy that flowed between them. Not chaotic, not unstable. Controlled. Lin Chen's eyes sharpened. This is mine. Not the heaven-defying stone alone, not the forbidden essence alone, but something new, something that belonged only to him. He clenched his fist. The energy surged. Boom. The void trembled. A new power was born. And in that moment, Lin Chen woke up. His eyes snapped open. A sharp breath filled his lungs as his body jolted slightly. Pain followed instantly.
Every part of him ached. His muscles were stiff, his meridians still fragile. But he was alive. Lin Chen stared at the sky above, the faint light of dawn filtering through the trees. For a moment, he didn't move. Then, he laughed. Low, soft, but real. I survived. He slowly pushed himself up, his movements careful, controlled. His body felt different, lighter, stronger. Even without fully circulating energy, he could feel it, a new power flowing quietly within him. He closed his eyes briefly, focused. And there it was, not gold, not crimson, but both, perfectly intertwined. A faint aura leaked out, subtle, but deep. Lin Chen exhaled slowly. So this is what comes after destruction. His gaze sharpened. Rebirth.
Chapter 78. A New Path Begins. The forest was quiet. Too quiet. Lin Chen stood still for a moment longer, stabilizing his breathing, allowing his body to adjust to its new state. The injuries were still there, but they no longer felt fatal. Instead, they felt like remnants, proof of survival. He rolled his shoulders slightly, winced, then smirked. Still hurts, but it was manageable. What mattered more was what lay ahead. He extended his hand slowly, focused. The new energy responded instantly. A faint glow formed above his palm. Gold and crimson, intertwined like threads. It pulsed softly, stable, controlled. Lin Chen observed it carefully. This is different. Before, the forbidden essence was violent, unpredictable. Now, it obeyed, not fully tamed, but no longer uncontrollable. He clenched his fist. The energy vanished instantly. Good. That alone increased his combat ability by more than one level. But his expression soon turned thoughtful. The people from before, the pale man, the woman, the others, they weren't ordinary cultivators. And more importantly, they knew something. Anomalies. The word echoed in his mind. And they're not the only ones. He could feel it now. Faint. Distant. But real. Eyes. Watching. Not nearby. Not immediate. But present. Lin Chen exhaled slowly. So, I've stepped into something bigger. His gaze turned toward the horizon. This world is far deeper than I thought. Silence lingered. Then, a faint ripple passed through the air around him. Lin Chen's eyes sharpened instantly. Someone's been here. He crouched slightly, placing his hand against the ground. A trace. Faint, but unmistakable. A lingering energy. Gentle. Balanced. Different from anything he had felt before. His brows furrowed slightly. This. He closed his eyes briefly, recalling the moment before losing consciousness. A vague memory surfaced. A presence. Soft. Calm. Someone saved me. The realization was immediate. Without that interference, he would have died. Lin Chen stood slowly. Whoever you are. His voice was quiet. I'll remember this. A faint wind passed through the trees. No answer came. But that didn't matter.
He would find out. Eventually. For now, he looked down at his hand once more, at the power that now belonged to him. A faint smile appeared. Next time, his eyes gleamed. I won't run. He turned and began walking. Not back, not towards safety, but forward, towards something greater, towards something unknown. Each step steady, each breath controlled. The path ahead, unclear, dangerous. But for the first time, Lin Chen welcomed it.
Chapter 79, City of Storms. The wilderness stretched endlessly behind him. For 3 days and nights, Lin Chen traveled without rest, not because he needed to, but because he chose to. Each step was deliberate, each breath measured. The events at the Falling Star Abyss had forced a transformation not only in his power, but in his mindset. He was no longer just surviving, he was advancing. The terrain gradually changed. Forests gave way to rocky plains. The air grew heavier, charged with faint static. Dark clouds gathered above, rolling endlessly across the sky as distant thunder echoed like the growl of some ancient beast. And then, Lin Chen saw it. A massive city stood on the horizon. Towering walls of black stone rose like a fortress against the storm, etched with countless formation patterns that flickered faintly whenever lightning split the sky. Above the gates, 3 enormous characters glowed with a pale blue light. Stormfall City. Lin Chen slowed his steps slightly. His gaze sharpened. Even from a distance, he could feel it. This city was different. Countless auras surged within its walls, strong, chaotic, and unrestrained. Unlike the Azure Cloud sect or other structured forces, this place felt wild, unpredictable. A gathering place for cultivators who don't follow rules. A faint smirk appeared on his lips. Perfect. As he approached, the noise grew louder. Voices, clashes, laughter, shouts.
The gates were wide open, guarded by several cultivators wearing dark armor. Their expressions were cold, their eyes scanning every person who entered or left. Lin Chen walked forward calmly. One of the guards stepped slightly into his path. Name. Lin Chen didn't stop, just passing through. The guard frowned. No one just passes through Stormfall City. Lin Chen finally paused. His gaze met the guard's. For a brief moment, the air tightened. The guard felt it, something beneath the surface, something dangerous. He hesitated, just for a second. Lin Chen stepped past him, and the guard didn't stop him. Inside, chaos. The streets were alive with activity. Stalls lined both sides, selling everything from medicinal herbs to spirit weapons. Cultivators of all kinds moved through the crowd, some calm, some aggressive, some openly exuding killing intent without restraint. A fight broke out not far from the entrance. 2 men clashed violently, spiritual energy colliding in bursts that sent nearby pedestrians scrambling away. No one intervened. No one cared. Lin Chen observed silently. This place runs on strength. Weakness here wasn't just a disadvantage. It was a death sentence. He continued walking deeper into the city, his senses expanding carefully. Stronger auras appeared, some hidden, some blatant. One, in particular, made him pause. A figure stood atop a distant building, cloaked in shadow, watching. Lin Chen's eyes narrowed slightly. Already noticed me. The figure didn't move, didn't hide, just watched. A faint smile formed on Lin Chen's lips. Interesting. He turned away, continuing forward as if nothing had happened. But inside, his guard rose. This city was not just dangerous, it was alive, and it had already begun to react to his presence.
Chapter 80, Gathering Shadows. Night fell quickly over Stormfall City. but darkness did nothing to quiet it. If anything, the city became even more active. Lanterns lit the streets, casting flickering shadows across the stone pathways. The sounds of laughter, drinking, and fighting echoed endlessly, blending into a chaotic symphony. Lin Chen sat in a quiet corner of a small inn, his presence subdued. Before him sat a simple cup of tea, untouched. His eyes were closed, not resting, observing. His senses extended outward, weaving through the building, into the streets, across the city. And what he found confirmed his suspicions. I'm being watched. Not by one. Not by two. But several. Different directions. Different auras. Some curious. Some cautious. Some hostile. Lin Chen opened his eyes slowly. They're not even trying to hide it. Which meant one thing. They want me to notice. A faint smile appeared. Then let's see who makes the first move. At that moment, the door to the inn creaked open. A man entered. Tall, broad-shouldered, scar running across his face. His aura, unrestrained. The entire room quieted slightly as he stepped inside. His gaze swept across the room and stopped on Lin Chen. You're new. His voice was rough, direct. Lin Chen didn't respond immediately. He simply lifted his cup, took a sip. Then, and the man's lips curled into a grin. I like your attitude. He stepped closer. Each step heavy, deliberate. But this city... He stopped right in front of Lin Chen's table. Doesn't. Silence fell. Other patrons shifted slightly,
their attention now fully focused on the scene. Lin Chen placed the cup down. Gently. Are you here to talk? He looked up. Or to test me? The man laughed. Loud. Both. Without warning, he slammed his hand down. Doom. The table shattered. A shock wave spread through the room. Lin Chen didn't move. Not an inch. The dust settled. The man's grin widened. Good. His aura surged. Let's see how long you last. Around them, the tension thickened. Outside, in the shadows, multiple figures watched silently. Waiting.